God says, I want you to be with this person, and the name will shock you. I am begging you, listen to God now. Don't make the mistake of skipping this. Right now, I need you to pause and listen with your heart wide open. If you scroll past this, you may lose something that heaven is trying to hand to you. This isn't just a coincidence. This is a divine interruption. God is speaking, and the reason you're hearing this is because something crucial is unfolding. There's someone God has chosen for you, someone you might never expect. The name will shake you, the connection will feel unbelievable, but this is real. Do not miss this blessing because of doubt or delay. Comment, Amen, if you're ready to receive this truth. God is saying, I have already seen what you cannot. I have heard what you have not. I know the heart of the one I am placing in your path. You may be questioning, why them, Lord? But God says, because I see the future. I see what they will become through my hand. I see what you will become together. You are about to be connected not just with a person, but with a divine purpose wrapped in flesh. You will not understand it at first. It will feel strange, unexpected, maybe even too much. But I am the Lord your God, and I do not make mistakes. You've been praying for peace. You've been asking for answers. This is one of them. I am putting someone into your life who will carry your burdens differently. Someone who will see your soul, not just your face. Someone who will speak life when the world speaks doubt. And yes, the name will leave you speechless, because it won't be who you imagined. But that's how I work. I don't choose based on appearances or your list. I choose based on purpose and timing. Like I chose David, like I chose Ruth, like I chose Paul, I choose what the world overlooks. You've been running, haven't you? Trying to fix things yourself. Trying to choose people on your own. But God says, let me choose this time. Let me surprise you. The one I am sending may not look like what you prayed for, but they will be everything you never knew you needed. I am not sending you comfort. I am sending you growth. I am not sending you someone to admire you. I'm sending someone to walk beside you through fire and faith. Someone who knows what broken feels like, but carries a heart full of my light. This is your moment to stop looking with your eyes and start listening with your spirit. You are about to walk into a new chapter of your story, and this person I'm placing in it will be a turning point, a gift, a vessel. This is why it's important you don't skip this, because if you do, you may miss the person I handcrafted to walk with you. They are not perfect, but they are anointed. Their name will not just surprise you, it will wake something up in your soul. Like when Mary heard the name Jesus and knew her life would never be the same. I know it hurts to trust again. I know you've been betrayed, misunderstood, and left behind. But I have been healing you in the quiet. I've been rebuilding your heart behind the scenes. This person is not here to reopen wounds. They are coming to be a part of your healing. But you must trust me. You must release your grip on the past, because if you cling too tightly to what was, you won't have room to receive what's next. This is the kind of love that comes after surrender, after the tears, after the nights you begged me to send someone who understands your soul. I was listening. I was writing this chapter while you thought I was silent. Heaven has already released the word. It's already in motion. That's why you're hearing this now. Because it's closer than you think. Because they are praying for you too, and neither of you even knows what's coming. Do not let your fear speak louder than my promise. I did not bring you this far to abandon you now. I have already gone ahead of you and cleared the path. But you have to trust me. You have to let go of what you thought it would look like and step into what I have chosen. Like when Abraham had to leave everything familiar to walk into the unknown. Like when Moses had to step into the Red Sea before it split. Faith first, obedience now, then the miracle. And yes, you'll question it. You'll want to walk away when it doesn't feel comfortable. But comfort never produces purpose. The blessing is waiting on the other side of the unfamiliar. This person, this name I'm whispering into your spirit, will stretch you, challenge you, grow you. But they will love you with a love rooted in my spirit. They won't idolize you. They will pray with you. They won't control you. They will walk in unity with me. That's how you'll know it's from me. Don't waste time second-guessing what I've already confirmed. I'm not asking for your understanding. I'm asking for your trust. Will you trust that I still know what you need, even when it shocks you? Will you trust that I can use the unexpected to fulfill the promise I gave you? Like I used fishermen to lead a movement, like I used a carpenter to save the world. I specialize in surprises. Now it's your turn to believe. Comment 1111 if you believe that your next divine connection will not only shock you, but change your life. If your heart feels like it's beating a little faster right now, that's not just emotion. That's my spirit stirring inside you. That's how you know this is for you. That's how you know I am speaking directly into your situation. Do not ignore this. Do not scroll away. This is your sign. You've asked for one, haven't you? Here it is. The answer is yes. I want you with this person. I have already aligned the time, the place, and the path. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed. A 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now, you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Like I brought Isaac and Rebecca together in a moment of divine timing, so will I bring this connection into your life. You won't have to force it. You won't have to beg for it. It will flow because I am the one writing it. But be alert. Be still. Don't let your flesh speak louder than my spirit. You'll be tempted to ignore it, to brush it off as coincidence. But this is not coincidence. This is covenant. Let me be your guide. Let me speak to your heart in the quiet, because I've already begun to prepare you. I've been changing your perspective, softening your heart, making you ready. And when the name comes to you, whether in a whisper or in conversation, you will feel it in your bones. You will know. Not with logic, not with facts, but with the unshakable peace that only I can give. Like this, if you feel the Spirit confirming something deep within you right now, you are not crazy for holding on to this word. You are not foolish for believing in divine timing. I planted that faith in you for a reason. I've been preparing the table while you've been in the valley. I'm about to turn what looked like isolation into divine alignment. And when it happens, you will not be able to explain it. But you will know that it was me. You will know that I kept my word. They will walk into your life, and it will feel like the final piece to a puzzle you didn't know was missing. Not to complete you, but to walk with you as I complete what I started in both of you. This isn't just about love. This is about destiny. This is about purpose. This is about my glory being revealed through something the world will never understand. That's why I need you to be still, to trust, to wait. And when I say move, you move. You are standing at a crossroads, and the path I have marked for you is about to be revealed in ways that go beyond your imagination. This is not just about a person. This is about purpose. You must not overlook what I'm about to say, because this is how you will recognize the blessing when it shows up. You've asked me for signs, and I've sent them. You've asked for clarity, and I've been drawing you in quietly. I know you expected me to speak through thunder, through flashes of lightning, through something loud and unmistakable, but I often speak in the stillness, in the whisper, in the things that don't make sense right away. That's how I lead those who walk by faith and not by sight. The name that will soon come to your ears, the face that will soon cross your path, won't always come wrapped in grand displays, but my fingerprints will be all over it. You've been carrying a heavy heart. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're even angry with me. I understand. I am not far from your pain. I have walked through every storm beside you, even when you couldn't feel me. I watched when you were left behind. I was near when people misjudged your worth. I was right there when you almost gave up. And through it all, I was shaping you. You weren't being punished. You were being prepared. Every disappointment was breaking the ground for something holy to grow. I want you to comment 222 if you trust that what I'm preparing is far greater than what you lost. This person I am about to bring into your life has also walked through their own fire. They aren't coming to you perfect, they're coming to you real. They've been through battles too, and that is why you will understand each other in a way no one else has. They've been on their knees. They've cried out to me. And just like you, they have been shaped in the dark so they can shine with my glory when I bring you together. This connection is not about filling loneliness. It's about multiplying purpose. You must understand something. My timing is not like yours. What seems delayed is never denied when my hand is in it. I've hidden some things from you for your protection. I didn't let that relationship work out because I heard what they said when you weren't around. I didn't allow that opportunity to open because it would have led you away from me. I removed what you thought was right so I could bring you into what is truly mine. I withhold nothing good from those who walk uprightly. Trust me, you might be afraid to try again, afraid to love again, but fear has no place where my love reigns. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Do not let fear make decisions that only faith should handle. I am not calling you to jump blindly. I'm calling you to step boldly. There is a difference. I've been giving you glimpses, moments of confirmation, dreams, conversations that struck a chord deep within. All of this was me nudging you, softening your heart, opening your eyes. Let me remind you of something. I knit you together in your mother's womb. I wrote every one of your days before a single one came to pass. I know your voice. I know your heart. I know your longings. And I know how to fulfill them in a way that brings peace, not confusion. I know how to answer in a way that leaves you stronger, not drained. The person I'm sending will not just speak to your emotions. They will speak to your calling. You will see me in the way they pray, in the way they stay, in the way they carry themselves through pain. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase just 9 words long that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. This is not just about someone who makes you feel good. This is about someone who brings you closer to me. That's how you'll know. They will stir up something holy inside you. They won't compete with your purpose. They will protect it. They won't distract you from your faith. They will stand in agreement with it. My child, I did not create you to walk through life feeling unseen, unheard, or unloved. I made you in my image. I see you. I hear you. And I am sending someone who will reflect just a portion of the love I've always had for you. Now hear me. This will take patience. Do not try to rush what I am still forming. If you try to force it, you will miss the beauty of what I am carefully aligning. Don't run ahead of me. Don't chase names that I haven't spoken over you. What is meant for you won't have to be chased. It will be drawn to the light of my presence within you. So, stay close to me. Seek me first. Not the person, not the outcome, but me. And when you do, all these things will be added to you. I know your heart is tender. I know you've carried disappointment for a long time. But today I want you to release it. Lay it down. You've held on to it like a shield, but it's only keeping you from the very thing you've prayed for. Let me protect you. Let me be your shield. My plans for you are not just good, they are divine. My love for you is not just kind, it is everlasting. And I am inviting you now to believe again, to trust that the name I am preparing to reveal is not an accident. It is a holy assignment. Comment 555 if you're ready to walk in faith, not fear, for what God is preparing. When this connection comes, protect it, pray over it. Don't run to the world for approval. Bring it to me. I will confirm what I've spoken. I will give you peace that surpasses understanding. I will guide you through the confusion. I am not a God of disorder. I am not a God who teases your heart. When I speak, I fulfill. When I begin a work, I complete it. You are not here by accident. This word found you because your spirit is being called into alignment. You were meant to hear this, to be reminded of who you are and whose you are. You are chosen. You are loved. You are covered by my grace. And what I have planned for you will not be taken, delayed, or destroyed by anything the enemy tries to throw at you. My plan is unfolding even now. And if you open your heart, you'll begin to feel it like a soft wind brushing past your soul, reminding you that I'm here. I've always been here. I'm not asking you to understand everything. I'm asking you to trust me, especially now, especially with this person I've chosen for you. You might be wondering how you'll know them. You're afraid of getting it wrong again, but let me calm that fear. When it's from me, you won't need to chase peace, it will come with them. You won't need to force connection, it will flow because my spirit is in it. I've already written your steps. I've already gone ahead of you. Every moment of doubt, every night of loneliness, every tear you've cried, it's all being used for this moment I'm preparing. And when the name comes to light, when the person appears, you'll feel a quiet certainty in your soul. That's how I work. You've been through enough to know that not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay. I've seen you give your heart to those who weren't ready. I've seen you settle when you were meant to soar, but I'm calling you higher now. I'm pulling you out of the pattern of brokenness and into a future of purpose. The person I'm bringing isn't coming to break you. They're coming to build with you. They will honor your presence because they've known the pain of being overlooked too. This will not be a relationship of convenience. It will be one of calling. I want you to remember something very clearly. I don't create halfway blessings. I don't give you part of a promise and leave you to figure the rest out. I am the author and the finisher. And what I begin, I bring to completion. What I promise, I fulfill. So when I tell you that I have someone for you, that I have already chosen a name that will surprise and bless you, I mean it. Heaven is not uncertain. I am not unsure. I am intentional. You are not waiting on a person. You are waiting on alignment. I know some days you look around and feel like everyone else is finding their person, living their story, stepping into joy. And you wonder when it will be your turn. But hear me, comparison is a thief. What I am doing in your life is unique. The time it takes is not a delay, it's preparation. I'm not giving you something that's just good enough. I'm giving you something that carries my breath, my fingerprints, my timing. That takes time, that takes surrender, but it is coming. Comment 1212 if you believe God is preparing something sacred for your future. There is someone I've been working on while I've been working on you. You haven't seen their name yet, but I have spoken yours into their heart. There have been moments they've felt a pull they couldn't explain, a longing for someone they've never met. That longing is spiritual. It's divine, and it's for you. I am weaving your lives in places you can't see. There will be a moment when everything aligns, and when it does, you will both realize that every season of waiting was worth it. A neuroscientist says yes. A 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. This person will not only hear you, they will understand you. Not because they've studied your likes and dislikes, but because they've listened to me. They've been in my presence, and that's where true connection begins. I've been shaping their heart to recognize yours. I've been planting seeds of love, wisdom, and spiritual maturity in them, so that when the two of you meet, there's no confusion, only confirmation. You will feel safe. Not because everything is perfect, but because my peace will be present. You've probably made a list in the past. You've told me all the qualities you want in someone, but I want to give you more than a list. I want to give you what you didn't even know to ask for. Because I see beyond your desires, I see your destiny. And the person I've chosen is not just compatible with your hopes, they're connected to your calling. They won't just love your strengths, they'll cover your weaknesses. They won't just walk with you in daylight, they'll pray with you through the dark. I know you've been carrying wounds. Some days you think you're healed, and then something triggers the pain all over again. I see you, I understand, but I haven't just been patching you up. I've been renewing you, restoring your heart in a way that makes space for real, lasting love. The kind of love that mirrors my covenant with you. Not perfect, but faithful. Not without struggle, but grounded in grace. This person I am preparing will see the beauty in your scars. They won't try to fix you. They'll walk with you as I continue to heal you. Together, you will reflect my love in ways that go beyond words. You'll speak hope without even trying. You'll carry light in the way you love one another. The world will notice something different, and they won't be able to explain it. But you'll know it's me. It's always been me. Don't fall into the trap of trying to figure out who it is. Don't start guessing names or trying to match this word to faces. That's not your job. Your job is to stay close to me. Because in my presence, you'll be able to hear when I speak. You'll be able to discern what is from me and what is just distraction. There will be counterfeits. The enemy always tries to imitate what I create. But if you stay in my word, if you walk with me daily, you will not be fooled. I will give you wisdom. Comment 777 if you trust that God will make it clear when the right person comes. I'm not sending you someone to fill a void. I'm sending you someone to build something holy. Together, you will grow, stretch, fall, rise, but never alone. Because I will be in the center. That's what makes this different. That's what makes this lasting. I will not let you settle for less than what I designed for you, even if it means closing doors you wanted open. Even if it means holding you in a season longer than you expected. My no is still love. My wait is still protection. My silence is still presence. You might feel alone right now, but you're not. I am right here, whispering reminders, sending signs, stirring your spirit. and I will keep doing it until the day comes when you see it clearly, until the moment your heart meets theirs, and everything I've spoken begins to unfold in ways that leave you in awe. You'll look back and realize, I was there all along, working every detail, writing every line, preparing both hearts for a story only I could write. You think you're just waiting for another person, but I'm telling you, you're standing at the edge of one of the most sacred alignments of your life. This isn't just about romance or connection. This is about divine calling and eternal purpose. That's why I've been so protective of you. That's why I didn't let lesser things stay. You've been through the heartbreak. You've sat in the silence, wondering if I forgot you. But every delay had a purpose. Every closed door was my mercy in disguise. I know it didn't feel like it. I know it felt like rejection. But I was saving your heart from places that could never hold it properly. I was guarding your spirit while I finished preparing the one who will meet you in the spirit before they meet you in person. You are not behind. You are not late. You are in my timing. I am about to do something new in your life, and I need you to be ready. Not just emotionally, but spiritually. Because what I'm sending is not ordinary. It's not based on trends or preferences. It's based on destiny. This person is not just coming to share life with you, they are coming to help you fulfill your calling. This union is going to unlock things in both of you that you couldn't reach alone. It will stir gifts that have been dormant. It will bring peace in places you've battled for years. Comment 333 to declare your faith if you believe God is sending someone who will walk in purpose with you. I see how the world has tried to convince you to settle, how it has pushed fear into your heart, telling you that time is running out. But I don't work within your deadlines. I work within my design, and the design I have for you is rooted in eternity. I'm not rushing you, I'm building you. Every moment of waiting has been another layer of strength, patience, and wisdom. You will thank me for this later. You will look back and say, God, you really did know what you were doing. When the person I'm preparing arrives, it will not feel forced. It will not feel confusing. That doesn't mean there won't be challenges. It means that the foundation will be me. And when I am the foundation, even the storms will not tear it apart. You won't have to convince them to see you. They'll recognize your spirit, because I've already spoken your name to their heart. This is why I need you to stay close to me. This is why I'm reminding you today, do not walk away from what I'm trying to reveal. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed. A 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now, you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Do not be afraid if it comes in a form that surprises you. You may not recognize them right away, but your soul will. That's how I move. I often hide the extraordinary in what looks ordinary. Think of how David was just a shepherd boy to everyone else, but I saw a king. Think of how Ruth was just a foreign widow to the world, but I saw a woman through whom I would bring kings and legacy. Don't dismiss what doesn't fit your expectation. Ask me to open your eyes. I want you to stop trying to control this. You don't need to analyze every detail or make everything make sense. That's not faith. Faith says, God, I trust you even when I don't understand. I'm not asking you to figure out every step. I'm asking you to stay in step with me. I'll do the revealing. I'll do the confirming. You just keep walking, keep praying, keep seeking my face above everything else. I've been whispering to your heart in ways you didn't even realize. That feeling you get when someone's name crosses your mind for no reason? That pause in your spirit when someone speaks? That sudden peace that comes in the middle of your questions? That's me. I've been speaking, You just need to tune your ears. I don't scream. I lead with peace. The person I'm bringing will come with peace, not pressure. Comment 1010 if you are choosing to wait for the kind of love that carries God's peace and purpose. I know the enemy has tried to distract you, tried to bring in people that only fed your insecurities, people who spoke to your wounds instead of your worth. That was never my will. I never meant for you to stay in places where you had to shrink to be loved. That's why I pulled you out. That's why I let it fall apart. Because what I have for you will never require you to compromise who you are in me. Real love won't ask you to leave me behind. When this person enters your life, you'll feel seen. Not because they idolize you, but because they honor what I placed inside you. They will speak life, not just affection. They will carry responsibility, not just promises. They will not be perfect, but they will be real. They will be honest. They will be present. And when challenges come, they will seek me with you, not run from me or from you. I am calling you to get ready not just for a relationship, but for a kingdom assignment. You and this person will do things together that you couldn't do apart. You will strengthen each other's faith. You will break generational patterns. You will speak hope into broken places. This is why the waiting has been so long, because the assignment is weighty. But I trust you. I trust you to steward it well. I trust you to carry it with grace and humility. So do not look around at what others have and feel forgotten. You are not forgotten. You are being formed. And when it comes, it will be right. It will be holy. It will be mine. I don't just want you to be with someone. I want you to be with the one I chose. Because that person will not only stand beside you, they will lead and follow with you. They will love with a heart that has been refined in my fire. This won't be shallow. It will be sacred. It won't be perfect, but it will be covered. You'll know, because it won't drain you. It will sharpen you. You'll pray more, not less. You'll grow more, not shrink. You'll feel protected, not questioned. And my spirit will be in every step of it. I've watched you love without being loved back. I've seen you forgive people who never apologized. That kind of heart does not go unnoticed. Heaven sees everything. And now, the season is shifting. What I'm bringing will not just match your heart, it will honor it. I need you to let this truth sink in. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not behind. You are mine. And the one I'm about to bring into your life is also mine. You are both being prepared, stretched, refined not for a moment of love, but for a lifetime of purpose. You have prayed for someone who will see you the way I do. Now, I am preparing to answer that prayer. But it will not look like what you expected. I need you to release the picture in your head and hold on to the promise in your heart. They are closer than you think. The moment is already being written. A time will come when paths cross, eyes meet, and something within you will pause, not in fear, but in recognition. Your spirit will whisper, "It's them." Not because of appearance, not because of charm, but because of peace. Because of the way they love me. Because of the way they'll look at you and see your calling, not just your image. Comment 999. If you believe God is sending someone who will love you through His eyes, I am removing distractions. You may feel alone right now, but I'm just making space. I'm clearing the noise. There are people and situations that I had to distance from you, not because you weren't worthy of them, but because they weren't worthy of the purpose I've placed on you. They would have delayed the blessing. They would have watered down the oil on your life. I love you too much to let you settle. When this person comes, they will feel like a light in a dim room. Not loud, not overwhelming, just steady. Just safe. They'll carry a calmness that can only come from me, and your heart will finally exhale. You won't have to explain yourself endlessly. You won't feel the need to shrink or prove. You'll be received, you'll be understood, you'll be prayed for, and when you look back at everything you went through before, it will finally make sense. This will not be someone you can control, and they won't try to control you. That's the beauty of it. You will both be submitted not to each other first, but to me. That's why it will work. That's why it will last. Because I will be the center. I will be the glue. I will be the one you both turn to when storms come. And yes, storms will come. But this time, you won't face them alone. You'll face them together. In faith. In prayer. In truth. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence. Just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research, and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Do you know why I've allowed the waiting to be so long? Because I needed to make sure that your heart was healed enough not to bleed on the blessing. I needed to make sure that when love came, you wouldn't push it away out of fear. You've grown, you've matured, you've learned to lean on me. And now, I am opening the door, not to fill an empty space, but to honor the space you've made for me all along. This person will not be perfect, but they will be sent. Sent for you, sent with purpose, sent with timing. You'll be able to walk into rooms together and shift the atmosphere, not because of your name, but because of mine. You'll pray over each other before the world even knows you're together. You'll speak life, not doubt. You'll cover one another in intercession, not insecurity. That's how you'll know it's from me. Comment 1515 if you're ready for love that is led by faith, not fear. The love I'm preparing for you isn't built on surface things. It's built on surrender. You've laid down your own expectations. You've sacrificed your timeline. You've told me, let your will be done. And now, my will is being done. I am a God who answers. I am a God who sees. I am a God who keeps every promise I've made. And what I'm doing in your life right now is proof of that. This person will challenge you to become more of who I created you to be. They won't pull you away from your calling. They will help you walk in it more boldly. They won't compete with you. They will cheer for you, pray for you, build with you. They'll stand beside you, not above or beneath. You will not have to lose yourself to keep them. You'll find more of yourself through loving them in me. You won't have to worry about them staying. I've already prepared their heart to commit. They've been through their own storms, and those storms have taught them to value what's real. They're not coming to play games, they're coming to be an answer. You will recognize them by the way they carry grace, by the way they walk in peace, by the way they listen not just to your voice but to mine. You are walking into a new chapter. Everything won't suddenly be perfect, but it will be aligned. You will feel covered, seen, heard. You will feel the difference, not just in how they treat you, but in how they lead you toward me. Because that's the greatest sign. Anything that brings you closer to me, not further, is from me. And this person, they will bring you closer, because they have been with me. This is not random. This is not luck. This is not coincidence. This is covenant. I've been weaving your lives together long before you ever knew each other existed. And when the moment comes, when the name is revealed, when everything aligns, you'll feel it in your bones. You'll know This is the person God was talking about. And that knowing will be stronger than fear, stronger than doubt. I've brought you this far not to tease you with promises, but to fulfill them. You've walked through the fire, and even when you didn't feel it, I was standing in the flames with you. And now, the shift is happening. Quietly, powerfully, right on time. I've watched you lower your expectations because of what didn't work out. I've seen you silence your prayers, thinking maybe I wouldn't answer this one, but I need you to lift your head again. I need you to believe again. I am not punishing you by making you wait. I am protecting you from settling too soon, because what I'm bringing, who I'm bringing, will be a reflection of my goodness. This will not be a halfway connection. This will be wholeness meeting wholeness, grace meeting grace. I see you checking the time, wondering how long it's supposed to take, wondering if maybe this word was for someone else. It wasn't. It is for you. I don't speak promises to tease your heart. When I say I have someone for you, I mean it. When I say their name will shock you, I'm telling the truth. Not because it will be a celebrity or someone the world celebrates, but because it will be the one you never imagined I would choose, yet everything your soul needs. Someone who looks at you and sees calling, not competition. Someone who sees your anointing and doesn't flinch. You'll be surprised, not because it comes out of nowhere, but because it's nothing like what you expected. But that's how I move. My thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways are higher. What you thought you wanted couldn't carry the weight of where I'm taking you. That's why I had to keep you single longer. That's why I had to end what you thought would last. Because what's ahead needs someone who isn't just drawn to your beauty, but to your spirit. Comment 1717 if you trust that God is protecting your heart for the right person at the right time. This is going to be different. You've been through the relationships that left you drained, confused, unsure, but what I'm preparing is going to bring peace you've never known. You won't have to question their love, because their love will be rooted in me. They'll speak gently, they'll act intentionally, they'll pray faithfully. This isn't going to be built on feelings alone, it will be built on covenant. This person will not idolize you, and you won't idolize them. You'll worship together, you'll serve together. You'll build something eternal together. This is why it matters that you hear me now, because distractions are everywhere, counterfeits are loud. But what's real, what's from me, comes with a stillness, a strength, a knowing. When it's from me, you won't have to beg for attention. You won't have to chase. What I send stays. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financially freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. And no, you're not too late. You haven't missed it. The promise hasn't expired. You may have lost time in the wrong places, but I'm a redeemer of time. I can take your years of pain and turn them into a testimony of glory. I can take your seasons of silence and fill them with songs of praise. You haven't wasted your love, it's been stored. And now, I am getting ready to pour it into someone who can carry it with care. You've learned how to be alone with me, and that's important. You've learned how to pray in the dark, how to worship with no audience, how to trust me when nothing was moving. That was never wasted. That was building. That was stretching. Because the kind of connection I'm bringing can't be carried by someone who only knows surface faith. It requires depth, and you've gained that. Every tear you've cried has watered the soil for something holy to grow. And yes, You will be tempted to question it when it shows up, because it will feel too good, too pure, too unexpected. But that's what happens when I bless you beyond what you prayed for. That's what happens when I give you more than you asked, because I love you more than you realize. You think you know what love feels like, but you've only tasted shadows. I'm about to show you substance. Comment Amen if you're ready for a love that reflects the heart of God. They won't try to fix you, because they'll understand that healing comes from me, but they will walk with you while you heal. They'll stay when it gets hard. They'll speak life when fear tries to rise. And you'll do the same for them, because they've been through their own wilderness. They've fought their own battles. You won't meet someone who had it all together. You'll meet someone who surrendered it all to me. That's the difference. You'll pray with them, and it'll feel like heaven touches earth. You'll speak with them, and your spirit will rest. You'll look at them, and you'll see the faithfulness of God in the form of a person. Not because they're perfect, but because they're present. Because they were sent. Because they carry the kind of strength that doesn't show off, it just shows up. That's who I'm sending. I'm not asking you to rush. I'm asking you to remain, to stay planted, to stay hopeful, to stay faithful. Because the promise is still alive, and I'm watching over it. I'm watching over you. Every day you feel forgotten, I am closer than ever. Every moment you feel weary, I am pouring more strength into you. This is not the end. This is the beginning of something you never imagined could be yours. So don't give up. Don't give in. Don't listen to the voice of fear that tells you you'll always be alone. That's a lie. I didn't bring you through all that fire just to leave you in the ashes. I'm raising you up. I'm restoring you. I'm releasing something that will make every lonely night fade in comparison to what's coming. The person I am sending will not just love you, they will love me with you, ready for what I'm about to do. You've waited not just for love, but for something real. Something rooted in my hands, shaped in my timing, breathed into being by my voice. And that is exactly what I'm preparing. Not just someone who loves you, but someone I've anointed for you. You've grown used to disappointment. You've braced yourself every time something felt too good to be true. You've been cautious because your heart has been hurt before. But I need you to hear this clearly. What I am doing now isn't going to break your heart. It's going to heal it. I am the Lord your God, the one who binds the brokenhearted. And I am sending you someone who will speak to the deepest places of your soul and still choose to stay. You're not asking for perfection. You've learned enough to know that doesn't exist. What you're asking for: faithfulness, honesty, peace, prayer, commitment. Those things are sacred, and I have heard every prayer, even the ones you whispered while wiping tears no one saw, especially those. That is the soil where I've been planting seeds, and what's about to bloom will be more beautiful than you expected. Comment 222 if you trust that God has heard even the quietest prayers of your heart. This person will not distract you from me. They'll draw you closer. When they speak, it will feel like reminders of who I said you are. When they pray, it will shake something deep in your spirit. They're not coming to complete you. You and I have already done that together. They're coming to walk beside you, hand in hand, heart to heart, faith to faith. This is what I meant when I said two are better than one. This is the kind of love that makes you more of yourself, not less. That sees your calling and covers it, not competes with it. They won't be intimidated by your anointing because they'll have their own. And the more you walk together, the more the enemy will realize he can't shake what I have sealed. This is what covenant looks like. This is what happens when I write the story. I need you to let go of the idea that it must look a certain way, because my plan doesn't always look like your preferences, but it will always match your purpose. You may have been expecting someone with a certain past, a certain career, a certain appearance, but I've chosen someone with a certain heart. That's what will carry you both through every season. Their heart for me, for truth, for love, that is what will surprise you. That is what will bless you. Don't be surprised if their name carries no recognition in the world. Because I don't pick based on fame, but on faith. I don't match you with someone who looks good on paper. I match you with someone who carries my presence. And when they show up, it won't matter if anyone else understands. You'll know. You'll know by the way your spirit feels safe, by the way your heart quiets, by the way my peace wraps around both of you. Comment 1111 if you believe God is preparing peace through a person meant just for you. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. They won't be perfect, but they will be real. And more importantly, they'll be rooted in me. They've been through storms. They've learned to trust me when things didn't make sense. That's how you'll recognize them, not by how much they say, but by how much they've overcome. They will not run from hard moments. They will stand. They will pray. They will stay. And you don't underestimate how much you've grown. Don't forget who you've become through all of this. You are not the same person who once settled just to feel something. You've changed. And that's why you're ready now. You've learned what matters. You've learned what it means to wait for me. You've learned to stand still when your emotions told you to move. That's the kind of strength I've been building. And now, that strength will become the foundation of something sacred. This relationship I'm preparing isn't going to be about trying to impress or perform. It will be about peace, purpose, and presence. My presence. It will be marked by things that last, joy that runs deeper than the surface, conversations that heal, moments that remind you how near I've always been. This isn't the kind of love that fades when life gets hard. This is the kind that leans in, that holds on, that prays through. You'll know it's from me because you won't have to beg for clarity. You won't have to beg for love. I don't give gifts wrapped in confusion. I don't build relationships that require constant questioning. When it's from me, it won't be easy every day, but it will be steady. It will be worth it, because I will be in it. There are still moments when you wonder if it's really for you, maybe because of what you've done, maybe because of how long you've waited, maybe because of how many times you've been overlooked. But hear me, I have not overlooked you. I have chosen you. And what I've chosen for you is not small. It's not leftover. It's not second best. It's a reflection of my love for you. What's coming will challenge you to keep growing. It won't let you stay the same. It will stretch your faith. It will teach you to love deeper, forgive quicker, trust more. But it will be safe to grow in, safe to fall forward, safe to rebuild what life once tried to break. That's how you'll know. Because my love creates space for growth, not shame. Your waiting has not been wasted. Your heart, though it's been broken, is still beating in rhythm with mine. That is why I'm bringing someone into your life who will protect that heart, not play with it. I want you to understand this clearly. The love I'm preparing isn't based on feelings alone. It's born in obedience. It's built in prayer. It grows through surrender. You won't just be loved, you'll be understood. And that's something you've never truly had before. People have admired you, even desired you, but they didn't understand your soul. They didn't see your spirit. But the one I'm sending has eyes to see past what's visible. They'll see what I see in you. They'll recognize the depth in you, not be intimidated by it. They won't run when you open up your truth. They'll step closer because they've prayed for someone like you, someone who knows what it means to walk with me, someone who doesn't just wear faith but lives it. They won't question why you worship, why you seek me, why you crave quiet moments in my presence, because they'll understand it. They've lived it too. You are not asking for too much. You are just asking it from people who were never assigned to give it. That's why it always felt like a burden. That's why your love went unmatched. But what I'm preparing now will be balanced. You won't always be the one praying while the other is playing. You won't always be carrying the weight alone. There will be mutual strength, mutual surrender, mutual pursuit of me. Comment 777 if you're ready for someone who matches your pursuit of God. The reason I had to take certain people out of your life wasn't to punish you, it was to preserve what I'm doing in you. I could see what you couldn't. I heard conversations you never did. I saw their heart, their thoughts, their intentions. And while you only saw potential, I saw the full picture. That's why I closed the door. That's why it didn't work out. I was saving you for someone who would protect your spirit, not just pursue your body. I need you to stop apologizing for your standards. Stop shrinking your light to keep others comfortable. The person I'm sending will not just tolerate your faith, they will be drawn to it. Your anointing won't intimidate them, it will inspire them. This isn't going to be a relationship where you have to choose between me and them. This will be a covenant where both of you are pushing each other closer to me. You felt like maybe it was your fault. That maybe you're too intense, too serious, too sensitive. But I made you that way for a reason. Your sensitivity to my spirit isn't weakness, it's a gift, and the one I'm bringing will honor that gift. They won't call you too much. They'll call you chosen. They won't ask you to dim down. They'll ask you to shine brighter, because when they see you, they'll see me. I'm not just writing you a love story, I'm writing a kingdom story. One that others will look at and say, only God could have done that. Your story won't be built on trends or timing, it will be built on trust. Trust in me. And that's what I've been cultivating in you this whole time. Trust that doesn't waver when things don't go your way. Faith that keeps moving when the answers don't come fast. A love that starts and ends in me. Comment 555 if you believe your love story will be written by the hands of God, not man. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer, now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You are being set apart. That's why your journey hasn't looked like everyone else's. That's why it's taken longer. I'm not preparing just a moment, I'm preparing a lifetime. I'm not sending someone to complete you, you're already whole. I'm sending someone to walk with you, to lift your arms when you grow weary, to speak my word over your life when your voice grows tired. That's the difference. This won't be about flashy beginnings. This won't be about impressing the world. This will be about quiet mornings in prayer, about worship in the living room, about laughter that comes from a place of safety. It will be rooted in small things that last, and that's why it will be strong. Because anything built in my presence cannot be shaken. Don't look for signs in the world's approval. The world won't understand what I'm doing, but you will. You'll know by the fruit, by the peace, by the way you don't have to question their intentions. Because I will confirm it not just once, but again and again in your spirit, through my word and through the peace that surpasses all understanding. You won't feel lost. You won't feel overlooked. You won't feel like you're holding it all together while the other person drifts. No, this is going to be two whole people, made whole in me, walking side by side, not perfect, but covered, not flawless, but chosen. So do not fear the silence. Do not be discouraged by the waiting. I am still writing, still moving, still preparing. And when it comes, when this person steps into your life, it will be more than you hoped for. Not because they're perfect, but because they were made ready by me. You'll know it's right not just because they say the right things, but because your soul will rest in their presence. That's what happens when two spirits aligned with me come together. There's no panic, no pressure, no pretending, just peace. Hold on to that peace. Let it guard your heart. Let it guide your steps. Because when I bring this person into your life, that peace will be your confirmation. Not noise, not chaos, not confusion, but stillness. That's how you'll know it's me. Stay close to me. Keep your heart soft. Keep your spirit ready. Because the time is coming. And when it does, you'll look back and realize, I was there the whole time. In every delay, in every tear, in every whisper of hope, I was writing a story that only I could write. I know your heart has been through so much. You've loved deeply, only to be left empty. You've given second chances, only to be broken again. And now, part of you is afraid. Afraid to trust, afraid to believe, afraid to open your heart even a little more. But I am not like them. My ways are not their ways. I don't give promises and take them back. I don't start something beautiful in you just to let it wither. I am faithful. And I'm asking you now to trust me one more time. There is someone who has been walking their own journey, feeling many of the same things you've felt: loneliness, confusion, longing, heartbreak. They've cried out to me the same way you have. They've asked for someone who would understand, someone who wouldn't leave, someone who would reflect my love instead of repeating old pain. And I've been preparing them for you, just as I've been preparing you for them. God says, this is your last test. I have sent a fortune check for you. If you hesitate for 10 seconds, the check will vanish. Listen to God now. Don't skip God. You need to hear this now. Your entire life has been building to this moment. If you skip this, if you walk away, if you delay even a few seconds, what was meant to shift your life could vanish. You are not here by accident. This is your last test before the blessing arrives. The check is already in the spiritual realm. It's real, it's prepared, it's named for you. But the clock is ticking. 10 seconds of hesitation could cost you what you've prayed for, cried for, begged God for in the midnight hour. Listen carefully, because what you're about to hear could open the door you've been waiting your whole life to walk through. If you believe this word is meant for you, comment, Amen. Let me tell you exactly what this means. God is not teasing you. He is not dangling a blessing in front of your face only to snatch it away. He is testing your heart. This is the final moment where your faith will speak louder than your fear. That check is more than money. It's favor. It's healing. It's a fresh start. It's that breakthrough that was delayed, but not denied. And right now, heaven is watching to see if you move or if you stall. This is your last test before God releases what is already written in your name. Will you believe? Or will you pause and miss what was sent straight from the throne? This moment matters more than you know. God has been patient with you. He's waited while you doubted. He's comforted you when you broke. He covered you when you didn't deserve it. but now He's requiring you to respond, to trust, to move forward. You say you're ready for blessing, but blessing has a price. It costs your fear. It costs your delay. You can't drag your feet and walk into divine timing at the same time. God has already sent the fortune, but your hesitation can disqualify what He authorized. This is a test of readiness. This is a test of obedience, and this is the last one before the shift. If you believe something powerful is happening right now, comment 1111. You've been through storms that should have broken you. You've seen people walk away. You've faced things that others didn't survive. And yet you're still here. That's not random. That's proof that you're chosen. That's proof you were being preserved for this hour. God is not punishing you with silence. He's preparing you for the sound of release. This is not just another word to scroll past. This is an appointment with your destiny. And God is watching to see if you take it seriously. He's watching to see if you'll hesitate and lose what's yours. Or will you grab it with faith, with fire, with a heart that says, I believe, no matter how it looks. God's hand is stretched toward you. It's trembling with weight. The weight of your answered prayers, the weight of restoration, the weight of promises He's had reserved with your name on them. But you must choose quickly. Will you move by sight or by faith? Will you take the next step or wait for another sign while your window closes? God is not threatening you. He is warning you because He loves you. You are under divine instruction right now. This moment is heavy with purpose. God says, I watched you give when you had little. I saw you stay when you wanted to walk away. I counted your tears. I heard what no one else heard. I caught the whispers of your breaking heart and the silent cries in your car. I've seen it all. And because you did not quit, I've sent the check. It's time. But you have to pass this test. No more hesitation. No more waiting for confirmation after confirmation. No more doubting the voice of God in your spirit. This is your moment. You've cried, God, when? This is when. You've asked, Lord, do you still see me? Yes. You've whispered, God, do you even hear me anymore? Child, I never stopped. But now I need to hear you say yes before I release what's next. The fortune is prepared. The check has already left heaven's gate. The only thing that can stop it now is you. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not average. You are not behind. You are right where God wants you, but He needs your faith to speak louder than your fear. The angels are already moving. The gates are open. The time is now. This is your last test, and this one determines what happens next in your life. Heaven is waiting on your yes. Heaven has already dispatched angels on your behalf. The wind is shifting. You are on the edge of something too great to explain, but it demands obedience. God is not playing games with your life. He is releasing blueprints. He is opening doors. He is granting access. But He needs your trust to rise to match the level of blessing He's about to pour. Do not miss this. Do not scroll away and forget what was just whispered into your spirit. This is sacred. This is specific. This is divine. This is yours. Like this, if your heart is burning right now and you know this was not a coincidence, every single struggle you endured was not punishment. It was preparation. You were never being left behind. You were being positioned. God removed people not to hurt you, but to clear the path for what's coming. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too behind. You are exactly where you need to be for this to reach you. But what you do now matters more than you think. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing, but the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You've been hidden on purpose. You've been misunderstood for a reason. You've been quieted by heaven's design. God had to protect what he was building in you, but now he's releasing you. And with it comes the check, the fortune. The blessing with your name already etched in heaven's book. You are not ordinary, you are a miracle walking in human skin. And now it's your turn to receive. Let God speak. Do not scroll past this and silence what the Spirit is stirring inside you. Something inside of you knows this isn't just another post. Something inside of you is rising. That's your spirit waking up to the sound of divine release. That's the inner man being stirred by the word of the Lord. Don't harden your heart. Don't dismiss this as emotional. This is the move of God. And it has reached your doorstep. You have cried for clarity. This is clarity. You asked for confirmation. This is it. The doors are open. The favor is real. But hesitation can cancel what was confirmed. Believe now. Move now. The check is spiritual first, before it's physical. But the delay is not in God's hand. It's in your reaction. Will you pass this test? It's heaven's alarm clock ringing inside you. God has not changed his mind. The fortune has not vanished yet, but your obedience is still being watched. The test is still active. You must move now, not just in body but in belief. Your doubt cannot be louder than your destiny. This is the hour to rise in faith and claim what God already marked as yours. Comment 222 if you trust this. God says, I saw you when you had nothing. I heard your prayers when you had no words. I stood beside you when everyone walked away. I was the whisper in the dark. I was the strength in your weakness. I was the calm in your storm. And now, I am the God who brings you through. This test is not to break you, it's to prove you. God doesn't test the broken to destroy them. He tests the chosen to reveal them. This is not punishment, it's positioning. If you can stand still and believe right now, the blessing will land in your hands. God's favor has a weight, and some of you have been crying because you feel that weight without understanding it. What you're feeling is the shift. The moment before the miracle always feels heavier. That's how you know it's real. That's how you know it's close. The enemy doesn't fight what's empty, he fights what's full. And you've been under attack because you're full of favor, full of purpose, full of potential. But this test is revealing who you really are. You are not forgotten, you are not behind, you are not a mistake. You are on God's mind, and his hand is over your life. Every time you wanted to give up, God stepped in and held you. He didn't let you collapse. He didn't let you fail. He didn't let the storm take you. And now he's saying, the storm is over. The test is almost done. I'm watching how you respond. You prayed for this. You asked to be blessed. But did you know blessings test your heart more than pain does? Can you trust him when the door finally opens? Can you move without fear when the opportunity is standing in front of you? This is what God is asking now. God says, I have prepared something for you that no eye has seen, no ear has heard, no heart has imagined. But I need to see if you're ready. Your next season is too valuable to enter untested. Your blessing is too heavy to carry with shaky faith. So he's letting this be the final test. And all it takes is one decision: faith over fear, movement over delay, obedience over hesitation. This is your answer moment. This is your turning point. You're not just being tested for where you are, you're being tested for where you're going. God is preparing you to carry influence. He's preparing you to break generational cycles. He's preparing you to walk through doors that require discernment, confidence, and boldness. You won't be able to hesitate in the next season. That's why you must pass this test now. The hesitation that once protected you is now what might cost you. This time is different. This moment is holy. God is not asking for your comfort. He's asking for your yes. Comment 333 to declare your faith. Look back at how far you've come. Remember the nights you cried out and said, "God, please don't let this be the end." And He didn't. You're still here, still breathing, still standing. That's not weakness, that's grace. That's proof that God still has plans for you. And the check is not just financial. It's restoration, it's healing, it's favor you didn't earn but were chosen for. But don't miss it by looking back. Don't delay by doubting. Your faith is the key that unlocks what's next. God says, "The door I'm opening cannot be closed by man, but you must be willing to walk through it." This is not just about blessings. It's about becoming who you were always called to be. This test is showing you your own strength. It's showing you that fear no longer has power over you. It's showing you that you've grown, and growth always leads to glory. Don't fear what's on the other side. God is already there. He's not sending you somewhere He won't go before you. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. He's the same God who parted the sea for Moses, the same God who shut the mouths of lions for Daniel, the same God who brought dead things to life, and He's still moving, still working, still speaking, still fighting for you. If He didn't bring you this far to leave you, then why would He bring you this close to blessing just to take it away? He wouldn't. He's not cruel. He's consistent. He's not distant. He's near. But He's asking you to move like you believe He's near, to trust like you know His voice, to obey like you know His heart. This is the check that changes everything. And it's already been issued, but it's spiritual before it's visible. You must hold the check in your spirit before you ever see it in your hands. You must walk like it's already done, talk like it's already yours, praise like it's already answered. Because the one thing that can stop this from arriving is doubt. That's why this test is so important. It's not just about passing. It's about proving to heaven and hell that you believe what God said. You are walking into divine timing. Nothing can stop what God has set in motion. Not your past, not your pain, not the opinions of others, not the voice of fear. But you must silence every voice except the one that matters most, His. And He's speaking now, loud and clear, saying, "I am with you. I am for you. I am not done with you. This is the final test, and you will not fail." And that expectation is the ground where miracles grow. You're standing on sacred soil right now. The words reaching you are not just for comfort, they are for alignment. They are to prepare you, equip you, and push you through the threshold of everything God has been storing up for you. God says, "You're closer than you think." But He's also saying, I'm watching how you handle this moment. You asked for breakthrough, but did you know breakthrough often comes disguised as a test? It doesn't always come wrapped in clarity. Sometimes it arrives dressed in confusion, pain, silence, and resistance. But underneath it, the check is there. The fortune is there. The answer is already set. The test is not about God's timing. The test is about your trust. Will you trust me even if the blessing feels hidden? Will you obey even when it looks uncertain? Comment 555 if you feel the presence of God while reading this. You've been stretched. You've been pressured. You've been misunderstood and overlooked. But what you didn't see is that God was watching how you waited. Anyone can praise when the blessing arrives, but those who praise while waiting are the ones who shift heaven. And you've done that. Don't let your mind trick you into believing you've done nothing. Every time you resisted the urge to quit, you passed a test. Every moment you prayed without answers, you passed a test. Every time you gave without return, loved without being loved back, stayed when it was easier to walk away, you passed more tests than you realize. And now, this is the final one. Not the hardest, but the most important. Because this one asks you to take the leap, to act like the fortune is already yours. The 10 seconds God spoke about, those are not literal seconds. They're spiritual moments. Hesitation in the spirit is what can cancel the move of God in the natural. The enemy wants you to stall just long enough for doubt to creep in and tie your hands. But faith is fast. Faith moves. Faith obeys when there's no visible sign, no confirmation, no backup plan. This check is wrapped in favor, but favor is not light, it carries weight. Some of the warfare you're under right now isn't because you're weak. It's because you're pregnant with purpose. The enemy is panicking, hell is nervous, because you're finally stepping into belief. And belief breaks chains. Belief opens gates. Belief releases things that have been stuck for years. You are walking into something that will not only change your life, it will affect your bloodline. Your children's children will feel the impact of your obedience today. The fortune check is more than finance. It's a divine transaction. It's the closing of a painful chapter and the opening of something you never dared dream of. It's the answer to silent prayers, private tears, and the deepest cries you never told anyone about. God heard every one of them, and He kept the receipt. Nothing was lost, nothing was wasted, nothing was ignored. Every broken piece is now part of a greater masterpiece. And the release begins now if you believe it. Comment 1212 if you know this word is finding you at the exact right moment. There is no delay in heaven right now. The angels have their orders. The gate is open, and the only thing God needs is your movement. Movement in faith, movement in your decisions, movement in your spirit. Do not let fear paralyze you here. Fear has served its last purpose. It showed you where the pain lived. Now it's time for it to go. There is no room for fear in the place you're heading. Your next chapter requires clear vision, bold steps, and a trusting heart. God is with you. You are not alone in this. The test isn't here to break you. It's here to confirm that you are ready. And you are. Even if you don't feel like it. You may not feel strong. You may not feel confident. But you don't need to. This test isn't about feelings. It's about faith. God doesn't measure your destiny by how you feel. He measures it by how you believe. And your belief, even small, even weak, is enough to move the mountain in front of you. He said, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can speak to the mountain and it will move. This is that moment. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. You will not miss what is yours if you obey. You will not lose what God assigned to your name. But obedience must be louder than comfort. This is not the time to play it safe. This is the time to step where it looks impossible and believe that God already made the way. You may not see the bridge but walk anyway. You may not feel the strength but move anyway. God is meeting you at your step, not your stillness. He's already cleared what was blocking you. What felt like delay was actually divine pacing. God was never late. He was protecting the timing. And now, it's here. You've crossed the line of waiting. You're now standing in the place of receiving. Let faith lead you now. Let praise be your response. Let gratitude rise before you even see the blessing. Because it's already written. It's already yours. It just needs your yes. There is something sacred about right now. The air is thick with glory. Your spirit can feel it, even if your mind can't explain it. Don't let that feeling pass without responding. Your response matters. This is a faith transaction. God is moving in the invisible realm to release visible miracles, and He's waiting for you to believe it enough to act. No more rehearsing pain, no more looking back, no more delaying obedience. This is your last test, and the promise is closer than ever before. You have no idea how close you are to the edge of breakthrough. If you could only see what's about to unfold, you'd stop second-guessing and start shouting in praise. The pressure you're under is not punishment, it's prophecy in motion. The test you're in is not to crush you, it's to confirm you. God has not forgotten the promise. He's confirming that you're still ready to carry it. God is watching your response right now, and heaven is silent, not because God is absent, but because it's your move. The test is in your hands. You have what it takes to pass this. It's not about your qualifications. It's about your willingness to move forward with nothing but faith. You've been praying for change, and God is saying, I already answered. Now show me you trust me enough to walk in it. This is your moment to silence every lie the enemy ever whispered in your ear. This is your time to rise up and say, God, I choose you even when I don't see it yet. You've already survived what was sent to destroy you. You've outlasted storms that came to break you. That alone is proof that there is something greater ahead. The enemy fought you harder because of what you carry. The opposition wasn't random, it was reaction. Reaction to your calling. Reaction to your anointing. Reaction to the divine favor hovering over your life. Don't you dare think this test is the end. This test is the beginning, the final gate before the floodgates open. God has been waiting to see if you'll still believe, even when the silence feels like a wall. Comment 777 if you're trusting God for something bigger than you've ever seen. This is more than words. This is a lifeline. God says, I know you're tired. I know you're scared. I know it feels like I've been quiet. But I've never taken my hand off your life. The test has been hard because the reward is great. You are about to step into something that doesn't just change your life, but shifts your legacy. That's why the test has felt like fire. But remember, fire doesn't burn the chosen, it refines them. The same fire that tried to consume you is the fire God used to purify your purpose. Everything in your life has led to this moment. That pain you thought was pointless, God is going to use it. That betrayal you didn't see coming, it cleared space for real loyalty to enter. Those nights where you couldn't sleep because your heart was heavy, they're about to be exchanged for mornings filled with peace you've never known. God is turning everything around. But you can't stall now. This final test needs your full faith. No more hesitating. No more bargaining. Just belief. God says, I've never been far. Even when you couldn't feel me, I was closer than your breath. I heard your every whisper. I collected your every tear. I counted your every step. And now I'm counting your courage. You've carried disappointment for so long it's tried to disguise itself as reality. But that was never your ending. That was only the middle. And now, you're on the edge of something new. Something better. Something only God could create from the ashes of what you thought was lost. You don't have to prove yourself to receive this blessing. It's not about earning, it's about surrender. God doesn't bless the perfect, He blesses the willing. If your heart is open and your spirit is ready, then you are qualified. Not by man's standards, but by heaven's. And God is saying, you've waited well, you've trusted through pain, you've passed tests in silence. Now receive what's already yours. Comment 999 if your spirit is agreeing right now with every word. There is a peace coming that will not make sense. There is a joy about to rise that will feel unfamiliar. Because this time, you won't have to fight to hold on. God is going to sustain it. God is going to protect it. God is going to pour out so much favor that the very things you cried over will become distant memories. You will look back and say, it had to happen like that. If it didn't break me, I wouldn't have bowed. If I hadn't lost that, I wouldn't have known God as my provider. What was meant for evil is turning. The check is still in place. It hasn't vanished yet, but every moment of hesitation chips away at the edge of favor. You must walk now, with no backup plan, with no safety net, just faith. Because when you leap in faith, you land in grace. And grace will carry you places hustle never could. There is no room for comparison in this journey. Stop looking at their story and thinking you've missed yours. What's coming for you is customized, tailored to your pain, fitted to your faith, measured by your capacity. That's why you've been stretched so long. God has been increasing your capacity to receive. You're not empty, you're being filled. And when it overflows, even those who doubted you will have to admit that it was God all along. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. God says, I don't need you to be strong right now. I just need you to stay still long enough to hear me. The world is loud, doubt is louder. But my voice is still the loudest when you listen with your spirit. Close your eyes. Let my word wash over you. Let my promises rise again in your heart. You are not finished. You are not stuck. You are stepping. Stepping into promise. Stepping into overflow. Stepping into identity. And every step forward shakes the kingdom of darkness that tried to stop you. The test is passing even now. Your obedience is rising, your faith is speaking, and the gates of heaven are reacting. You've done what many didn't have the strength to do. Hold on, stay faithful. And now, you will see what others only dream about. Not because you are better, but because you believed when it would have been easier to walk away. God honors that kind of faith, and He's about to honor you openly for what you did in secret. Every moment of your life, every twist and turn, every time you felt forgotten or pushed aside, it was all leading here. You may have thought it was delay, but God was aligning you. You may have called it silence, but God was working behind the scenes. And now He says, this is the moment. This is the last test. I am watching your faith, not your fear. You don't have time to second guess. You don't have room to hesitate. You've been crying for a breakthrough, and heaven heard you the first time. But the reason the breakthrough didn't arrive back then is because the weight of it would have broken you. Now, after everything you've survived, your shoulders are stronger, your faith is deeper, your heart is wiser. Now, you are ready to carry what God has long prepared. The check hasn't vanished, it's in the air, ready to land. But only your faith can pull it down. You prayed for doors to open. They are, but open doors still require the courage to walk through them. God says, I will not push you through. I will not drag you into the blessing. I am giving you the chance to choose me, to trust me, to step forward when it makes no sense. And in that step, I will meet you with miracles. This test is not about proving you're perfect. It's about proving you're willing. Because willingness opens doors perfection never could. Comment 1010 if you're ready for what God has next. You've been on the edge before, haven't you? On the verge of something good, only to watch it fall apart. That pain is still fresh. That fear still lingers. You might be wondering if this is just another moment that ends in heartbreak. But let me speak clearly to your soul. This is not like before. This is not a false hope. This is not another detour. This is the moment everything shifts. And not because you deserve it, but because God is faithful. You stayed when you had every reason to quit. You believed when there was no evidence. And God honors that. He says, because you trusted me with nothing, I will trust you with everything. Because you stayed close in the valley, I will now lead you to the mountain. This test is not about what you're going through. It's about where you're about to go. That's why it feels intense. That's why the pressure has increased. You are transitioning from surviving into thriving, from wandering into walking, from waiting into receiving. But you must pass this last test, and it begins with trust. God is not asking you to make it happen on your own. He's not telling you to figure out how to unlock the blessing. He is saying, will you believe I've already done it? Will you believe I've already made a way? Your job is not to force the miracle. Your job is to prepare for it, to expect it, to live like it's already being delivered. That's what passing the test looks like: faith in motion. God doesn't forget the seeds you sowed in secret. He saw you giving when you didn't even have enough. He saw you praying when you could barely lift your head. He saw you loving people who didn't love you back. He saw every step, every sacrifice, every silent battle, and he says, I remember it all. I kept track of every tear, and I am repaying you in full. This is not just a reward, it's restoration. It's the return of everything the enemy tried to steal, but better, bigger, and with interest. Comment 1515 if you're claiming full restoration in this season. This is not the end of your story. This is the start of a new chapter. One where the pain didn't win. One where the trauma didn't write the final sentence. One where the voice of God is louder than the voice of fear. You are not a victim. You are victorious. Not because life has been easy, but because God has been with you in every dark place. You were never alone. Even in your lowest moments, He was standing right beside you, covering you, guiding you, keeping you. You could have lost your mind. You could have lost your faith. But here you are, still reaching, still believing. That's strength. That's grace. That's divine evidence that God has been preparing you for more. And now, the more is here. The test is simple. Will you say yes? Not a yes based on your feelings, but a yes from your spirit. The kind of yes that moves mountains, the kind that breaks cycles, the kind that echoes through generations. Your life is not random, Your battles have purpose, and your blessing has a name, yours. That check isn't floating in mystery. It's targeted, it's personal, and it's not too late. But it is time. Time to stop waiting for more signs. Time to stop waiting until you feel more ready. Time to trust that if God called you, He already made the way. And He has. It's just on the other side of your obedience. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily, and watch money flow like water into your life. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There's a reason you're still breathing. There's a reason you didn't quit. You were made for this moment, for this hour, for this exact breakthrough. The weight you've been feeling lately is not depression. It's divine anticipation. It's your spirit recognizing that something is about to break wide open. You are standing on holy ground right now. Don't miss it. Don't scroll away and treat this like just another word. This is sacred. This is your moment. This is your final test. You're one decision away from everything shifting. The pressure is proof that you're on the edge of breakthrough. You may feel weary, but don't misread the weight. It's not heaviness from defeat, it's the weight of glory preparing to fall. You didn't survive all that you did just to settle. You didn't go through that fire just to live in ashes. God didn't pull you out of darkness to leave you standing in the middle of confusion. He's a finisher. What He starts, He completes. And what you're feeling right now is not an ending, it's a birthing. You're being pushed into promise, and like every birth, it feels like chaos before the cry of new life. But God is the midwife of your miracle. He is guiding you through every contraction, every push, every painful wave, because what's about to be born through you is bigger than you ever imagined. This test is not to see if you're strong, it's to see if you'll surrender. That's what God has been after this whole time, not your performance, not your perfection, but your surrender. Will you let go of needing all the answers? Will you walk even when the path is still foggy? Will you lift your hands even when your heart is tired? That's what passing this test looks like, saying, God, I don't need to understand, I just need to trust you. Comment 1717 if you're ready to surrender everything into God's hands. He's been so faithful to you. Even when you were lost, He was holding your life together. Even when you didn't pray, He was protecting you from battles you never even saw. You may think you've been walking alone, but look closer. That protection you couldn't explain, that provision you didn't earn, that peace that showed up in the middle of the night, none of it was luck. That was God. Every time. Still is. And right now, He's offering you something far greater than a check. He's offering you a shift, a complete reordering of your life, a divine repositioning. The test you're in feels like silence, but it's the pause before release, like the stillness before the rain. Don't mistake God's quietness for distance. This is the holy pause before heaven opens. This is the moment He waits to see. Will you still believe when you hear nothing? Will you still obey when you feel nothing? That's how breakthroughs happen. Faith has never needed feelings. Faith is the walk you take while blind, guided only by trust. God says, I see the sacrifice. I saw when you gave what you couldn't afford. I saw when you forgave what should have broken you. I saw when you chose peace instead of revenge. I saw it all, and not a single seed went unseen. Now the harvest is coming, but don't think the enemy will just sit by and watch you receive it. The attack you're under is not a sign that you're failing, it's proof that something is about to be released. The enemy fights hardest at the edge of breakthrough, but he's already lost. He cannot cancel what God has confirmed. You've cried, "God, if this is my test, please help me pass." And he's answering that right now. Help is here. Strength is here. Grace is being poured over you in this very moment. You're not doing this alone. Heaven is backing you. Angels are surrounding you. And the Holy Spirit is whispering, "Don't give up now. You're almost there." The test is working in your favor. It's opening the gates that were once shut. It's shifting you into places you didn't even apply for. It's releasing favor that doesn't make sense to those watching. Comment, "Amen." If your spirit feels lighter just knowing God has not left your side. This is a sacred moment. Don't treat it casually. Don't treat your pain like it was pointless. Every moment of suffering was planting something, and now the season is turning. The test is proving that your heart is still soft, your faith is still alive, and your trust is still unshaken. That's what heaven needed to see. Not perfection, but persistence. And you've shown that. You didn't crumble. You didn't curse God and walk away. You kept praying. You kept showing up. You kept believing. And because of that, the gates are opening. God is not just giving you what you prayed for. He's giving you what you were too tired to ask for. The blessings that are coming will speak for themselves. You won't need to defend yourself to anyone. The favor on your life will be the proof. Those who overlooked you will witness it. Those who rejected you will watch God raise you. But it's not about revenge, it's about redemption. This isn't about getting even. It's about rising in peace. It's about walking into purpose with grace and humility, knowing that if it had not been for the Lord, you wouldn't be here. This is your Red Sea moment. What's been blocking you is about to open, not because you forced it, but because you obeyed. God didn't need you to part it. He just needed you to believe He could. And He's doing it now, quietly, powerfully, in a way no one can explain. The waters are parting, the way is being made, and the only thing God is asking is that you keep walking. Even if you don't see dry ground yet, even if the winds haven't stopped, walk. That's how you pass the test. You're not too late. You didn't miss it. This is not the end of the story. This is the moment everything starts to make sense. Every tear, every delay, every closed door, it's all coming into focus now. God is connecting the pieces. He's turning the pages. And the chapter you're about to enter will be so full of restoration that the pain will no longer have power. You'll remember it, but it won't break you. You'll look back, but you won't feel the sting. Because healing is not coming, it's already here. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase just 9 words long that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. And God is saying, I'm still holding your check. I'm still ready to release it. But I need you to believe me more than you believe your fear. You can't afford to freeze now. You can't afford to back away. Everything is at stake and everything is within reach. You may be tired. You may be worn down. But you are not empty. There's still faith in you. Even if it's small, even if it's bruised, it's still alive. And that's all God needs. He doesn't require a perfect heart. He just wants a willing one. If you give Him your yes in this moment, no matter how tired, no matter how unsure, He will do the rest. He will move the mountain. He will split the sea. He will release the blessing. But you must choose to trust. You must choose not to hesitate, because this check is not for tomorrow, it's for now. God has seen the quiet battles you've faced, the ones no one else noticed, The kind that left you crying on the inside while smiling on the outside. The kind that made you question everything, even your own worth. But God never questioned your worth, not once. He looked at your pain and saw purpose. He looked at your past and still spoke promise. And now He's looking at your faith to see if it still says yes. This is your test. Not of performance, but of posture. Is your heart still open to what He wants to do? Comment, Amen, if you believe God is about to show you why you never gave up. You've waited long enough. The delay wasn't denial, it was development. God was shaping your character, deepening your faith, making sure that when the blessing arrived, you'd be able to carry it and not crush under it. He's a good Father. He doesn't rush what matters, but now He's saying the time is here, the check is ready, the fortune is moving into place, and you are the one who must step into alignment. That means letting go of every lie you believed about yourself. That means trusting God's timing more than your own. You might be afraid. That's okay. But faith isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to move through fear, knowing God goes with you. And He does. He's never asked you to do this alone. He's never expected you to figure it out without Him. He's been walking with you in every step. And now He's walking you straight into your next chapter. But don't let the past speak louder than His voice. Don't let old wounds talk you out of new blessings. Don't let the memory of disappointment stop you from opening your hands to receive. Comment 1111. If you feel the atmosphere shifting around you right now, you are entering into a season of divine reversal. What was meant to break you is going to bless you. What the enemy tried to destroy will become the very thing God uses to lift you. That heartbreak, that setback, that closed door, it's all being turned around. And not just turned around, but redeemed. That means God won't just replace what was lost. He will multiply it. He will make it better, more beautiful, more powerful than anything you imagined. But you must believe that the shift has started. You must act like it's already here. God says, I haven't forgotten the promises I made to you. You might have let go of them, but I haven't. He's still working on your behalf, still making a way through places that felt like dead ends. He's still aligning people, moments, and opportunities to meet you at the right time. And now is that time. But you can't hesitate. This is your moment to respond, to rise, to believe boldly again. The final test is not for God to find out who you are, it's for you to remember who He is. He is the God who called Abraham out of comfort into promise, the God who delivered Joseph from a pit into the palace, the God who used David, a shepherd, to slay giants and lead nations. He hasn't changed. And He's not limited by your weakness. In fact, He delights in showing His strength through those who feel unworthy. You don't need to have it all together. You just need to believe that He does, that He can, that He will. This is your last test, but it's also your greatest invitation. To step into favor, to live in promise, to carry what others only dream about. This isn't about deserving. It's about being chosen, and you are chosen. That's why the fire didn't destroy you. That's why the enemy couldn't finish you off. You are marked by heaven, and no weapon formed against you will prosper, not now, not ever. But you must believe this. You must let this truth sink deep, because how you respond to this test will shape everything that comes next. This is a divine tipping point. And heaven is leaning in to see what you'll do. You've been in survival mode too long. It's time to shift into overflow. It's time to walk like a child of the King, not like someone begging for scraps. God is not stingy. He's not hesitant. He's generous, abundant, overflowing with grace and power. And He wants to release it over your life in ways you never thought possible. But he's asking one question. Will you trust me fully this time? No conditions, no delays, just raw, honest, surrendered faith. This is it. Not a practice round, not a dress rehearsal. This is the final test before the shift. The check is real. The blessing is real. But so is the hesitation that can cancel it. So right now, in this moment, make your choice. Not just in words, but in your heart. Say yes. Say yes to God's timing. Say yes to His plan. Say yes to the blessing you can't see but are finally ready to receive. And then keep walking like it's already done. You've already walked through the valley. You've already been tested in secret. And now is when it all begins to unfold. God is not asking for strength you don't have. He is asking for the faith that remains. Even if it's barely holding on, it's enough. A neuroscientist says yes. A 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You've been holding on longer than anyone knows. You've cried behind closed doors and worshipped with a heavy heart. You've stood in the gap for others, encouraged them, lifted them, while no one saw you fighting your own battles. But God saw. He saw the days you didn't give up. He saw the nights you whispered, "God, I don't understand, but I still trust you." That trust is about to move mountains. That kind of trust is what this test was all about. You're not being punished. You're being positioned. Heaven is not silent because God doesn't care. It's silent because He's already spoken, and now He's watching what you'll do with the word. The check has been sent. The breakthrough has been approved. The moment has been assigned, and this is the final test before delivery. Can He trust you to walk when the ground still looks uncertain? Can He trust you to praise when you don't feel the promise yet? Can He trust you to move without begging for more signs? Comment 222 if you're choosing to trust God, even when it's not easy. God says, I know you're tired, but I'm about to refresh you. I know you feel forgotten, but I'm about to reveal my favor in ways that leave no doubt. I know you've been questioning if it's really your turn, and I'm telling you it is. You've watched others receive. You've celebrated others, even when you were in need. You've clapped through your own tears. That kind of heart does not go unnoticed. God is not blind to your faithfulness. He's not deaf to your cries. He's not late with His promises. This test has been about timing, about heart posture, about preparation, because the blessing you're stepping into is too precious to be released prematurely. And now God sees that your heart is ready. He sees that even though you feel weak, you're still willing, and heaven moves for the willing. The check is more than finances. It's healing, it's reconciliation, it's wisdom, it's clarity, it's an opening of what's been closed. But hesitation still threatens to shut it again. God has already surrounded you with what you need, the right people, the right moments, the right opportunities, but they will require courage to grab hold of. Don't expect the next chapter to unfold with comfort. It will unfold with faith, and faith always starts with a step. Even when your knees are shaking, even when your voice is trembling, even when your past tries to hold you hostage, you move anyway. Because faith says, even if I don't feel it, I believe it. Comment 333 to declare that you are walking by faith, not by sight. You don't need to figure it all out right now. God is not expecting you to have every answer. He's only asking you to trust the one who does. This test isn't about proving something to others. It's about saying to God, you still have my yes. That one small yes can shift everything. That one moment of surrender can pull open doors no man can shut. That kind of faith is what pulls the check into your hands. That kind of obedience is what makes the heavens respond. You've spent enough time doubting yourself, enough time waiting for someone else to validate your purpose. God already validated it when He formed you. He knew what He placed inside you. He's not surprised by your struggles. He's not caught off guard by your questions. But He is waiting for you to believe Him more than you believe the noise, more than you believe your fear, more than you believe your wounds. This test ends when your belief in His voice becomes louder than everything else. You've been kept for such a time as this. Nothing you've walked through has been wasted. Not the detours, not the betrayals, not the heartbreaks. Every part of your story is being woven into something divine. And now the Spirit of God is calling you to let go of delay. Let go of the inner hesitation. Let go of the need for more proof. He already proved it on the cross. He already proved it in the empty tomb. What else do you need? The victory was finished before your trial even began. He's not just the God of second chances. He's the God of divine setups. And this is yours. This moment, this final test, is the setup for what He's about to release. The check is divine. The shift is real. The next season is already opening. And the only thing God is watching for is your response. Will you rise in faith? Will you praise before you see? Will you walk before the waters part? If you do, you will see things that others only dream about. This is your time to rise. Your time to step in. Your time to silence every voice of doubt and declare, I'm not hesitating. I'm moving. I'm trusting. I'm ready. Because you are ready even if you don't feel it. God doesn't call the prepared. He prepares the called. And you've been called, set apart, protected, preserved. For this, don't let fear steal what faith already claimed. Don't let the enemy rob you of what heaven has written in your name. Heaven is still watching, not in anger but in hope. Hope that you will respond in obedience. Hope that you will trust that what you're hearing right now is no accident. Hope that you'll let this test be the one that marks the beginning of everything changing. You're not alone. You're not forgotten. You're not too late. You're exactly where God needs you to be, and now it's your turn to believe Him like never before. You've waited, you've prayed, and you've endured. You've been through wilderness seasons, spiritual silence, and moments where you weren't sure if God even heard you. But He did. And right now He's answering not with noise, but with a clear, firm invitation. This is your last test. Don't hesitate. The check is in front of you. You're being pulled into the center of a divine exchange. All the sorrow, confusion, and delay you carried is being replaced. What you gave in brokenness, God is giving back in beauty. You may not see it all yet, but heaven is already moving. The ground beneath you is shifting in the Spirit. Angels are already standing in place, doors are being unlocked, hearts are being stirred, and God is saying, just don't hesitate. 1 second of hesitation can delay a lifetime of purpose. And you've waited too long, fought too hard, and grown too much to back away now. Comment Amen if you're ready to let go of hesitation and walk in trust. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life, but now you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. God isn't holding your past against you. That shame, that regret, those things you wish you'd done differently, He's already covered it all. You're not being punished. You're being positioned. That's why you've felt so much pressure. That's why the warfare increased. The enemy always attacks just before the blessing drops. And right now, you are in that exact place on the edge, in between everything you were and everything you're about to become. But the final test is trust. Can you trust God when the blessing is near but still invisible? You don't need perfect peace to move. You just need enough faith to take the first step. That's how doors open. That's how chains break. That's how the check lands. The blessing isn't delayed, it's suspended, waiting for your faith to catch it. That's why God is speaking so clearly now. Not to pressure you, but to prepare you. The test is not here to intimidate you. It's here to show you that you already have what it takes to walk into what's next. You don't need more confirmation. You need conviction. You need the kind of faith that says, even if I'm afraid, I'm going anyway. Comment 777 if your heart is ready, even if your mind is still catching up. The enemy would love nothing more than for you to hesitate right now. He wants you to stay paralyzed in uncertainty. He wants you to keep replaying what went wrong in the past. But God is cutting through the noise. He's reminding you that you are not who you were. You've been changed, refined, strengthened. The oil on your life came at a price and it's about to flow. This check isn't just for material gain. It's proof that God saw every unseen sacrifice. It's a symbol of restoration, authority, and overflow. You're not being invited into another waiting season. You're being pulled into a releasing season. But here's the secret. Release always comes with resistance. The enemy is trying to make you believe that this is just another emotional high. But this is a spiritual appointment. Your name has been called in heaven, and that fortune God spoke of, it's moving toward you. But it won't wait forever. You have to decide now. Will you shrink, or will you stand? Will you fear, or will you follow? You're not doing this alone. The God who split the Red Sea is the same God standing beside you now. He didn't abandon you in the pit, and He's not going to leave you at the promise. He's too faithful to fail, too powerful to lose, too committed to ever walk away from you. But He is asking for something, that your faith be louder than your fear, that your yes be louder than your hesitation, that your belief be greater than your need for control. Because control doesn't open doors, surrender does. God says, I have more for you than what you've settled for. You've lowered your expectations because of what didn't work out before. But God is not limited to what you've seen. He's not repeating your past. He's doing a new thing. But new always feels unfamiliar. Don't mistake unfamiliar for unsafe. Just because it's different doesn't mean it's dangerous. You prayed for a shift, and this is it. Not in a year, not in a month. Now, and all it takes is one step forward without looking back.